Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're out there hitting the trails, you already know the magnetic pull of wild spaces like northern Nevada or the high Sierras. But today, we're taking a completely fresh, professional-grade look at wilderness preparedness. We aren't just talking about shoving gear into a pack, we're diving into how meticulous prep is actually a profound act of somatic wellness. It's about getting your gear and your plans totally dialed in so your nervous system can literally chill out, letting you actually experience the wild instead of just surviving it. Okay, let's dive right into this idea of tactical wellness. I know, it sounds a little intense, right? But it's actually deeply restorative. Stepping out into nature is this incredible, powerful recalibration tool. But here's the catch. That reset only works if your brain feels secure first. Tactical wellness is simply the intentional preparation and regulation of your nervous system to create a secure survival brain out in these wild spaces. It's about letting your system welcome everything. Your nervous system finally gets the room to breathe, but it can only do that when it isn't, secretly panicking in the background about getting lost or freezing in the dark. And that brings us to this absolutely brilliant philosophy. Safety isn't a set of rules meant to restrict you, it's the container that allows you to be free. Honestly, a lot of folks view safety checklists or gear prep as a total buzzkill, like it's going to ruin the spontaneity of the adventure. But it is exactly the opposite. By prioritizing preparedness, we are literally building the container for conscious exploration. Meticulous preparation isn't a buzzkill. It's exactly what ensures your trip is defined by pure awe rather than, well, a completely preventable crisis.
Section 1. The shape-shifting landscape, from high desert basins to alpine forests.
So, shifting from our mindset to the environment itself, the golden rule here is simple. Assume nothing. I mean, a perfectly sunny afternoon means absolutely nothing when you consider the dramatic 40 to 50 degree Fahrenheit shift that hits between day and night out here. To put that into perspective, in northern Nevada and high elevation California, you could literally be sweating in a t-shirt at 2 p.m. and then shivering in near freezing temperatures by midnight. Because of this, layering is life. It doesn't matter how scorching it feels at the trailhead, you always carry a moisture-wicking base layer and a high insulation mid-layer. Your body's ability to safely regulate its temperature depends entirely on having those layers ready to go.
Now throw elevation into the mix and wow, things change fast. Somatically speaking, altitude sickness is a stealthy opponent. It'll hit you with deep fatigue, pounding headaches, or sudden shortness of breath right when you think you're hitting your stride. If you climb into the Eastern Sierra or the Tahoe Basin and start feeling off, you absolutely must reveal your experience to your group. Seriously, don't try to play the hero and push through a headache in silence. And while hydration is crucial, plain water simply won't cut it in this dry, thin air. Your body has a super high electrolyte demand up here, so you need to actively replenish them to keep your system grounded.
Section 2. Systems for Survival, the professional deployment mindset. Let's shift gears to a more tactical pace. Managing the physical realities of your trip comes down to modular systems, and that starts before you even pull out of your driveway. To truly honor the folks back home, you need to create a float plan for a trusted friend. This comes down to 3 non-negotiable steps. Step 1, your exact route. Step 2, a detailed vehicle description, make, model, and plates. And step 3, crucially, a trigger time. This is the exact predetermined moment your friend should call search and rescue if they haven't heard from you. It totally removes the guesswork and panic for the people who care about you. And here is a harsh reality for you. Out there, you need to assume zero cell service. Relying strictly on your phone's live mapping software is a massive, completely preventable failure point. You've got to download offline maps on apps like AllTrails before you ever leave town. But listen, even then, technology glitches, batteries die, and screens shatter, right? Carrying a physical map and a compass as your ultimate backup isn't just old-fashioned, it is absolutely essential. Now, you're probably already familiar with the classic 10 essentials for your pack. Navigation, sun protection, insulation, illumination, first aid, fire starters, repair kit, nutrition, hydration, and shelter. But for true tactical wellness, we add a +1 to that kit, a grounding tool. This is the crucial somatic twist. It could be a small journal, a smooth stone, whatever works for you, but pack something that helps you actively manage and center your nervous system while you're out there soaking in the scenery. Oh, and a super quick practical note on getting there. A breakdown miles from civilization isn't just a bummer. It is a massive, adrenaline-spiking shock to your nervous system. Seriously, nothing kills the vibe quite like staring at a smoking radiator on a rutted, rocky Nevada backroad. By taking literally 10 minutes in your driveway to perform a pre-trip vehicle check, testing your tire pressure and your fluids, you prevent a high-stress situation. It lets you truly own your experience and keep that secure survival brain intact. Section 3. Honoring the land. Stewardship as an ethical mandate. Shifting into a wider lens here, our focus expands from self-care to how we protect the ecosystem itself. It's really a tale of two environments out here. Up in the Sierras, food storage is non-negotiable because to a bear, your minty toothpaste smells just like a midnight snack. You absolutely must keep scented toiletries out of your tents and use bear canisters. Meanwhile, down in the Nevada desert, your focus shifts to the ground. You have to maintain constant snake awareness, especially when walking near or reaching into rocky outcroppings. Whenever you encounter wildlife, keep the vital rule of thumb in mind. It's beautifully simple, but absolutely crucial for both your safety and the animal's stress levels. If an animal changes its behavior because of your presence, like if it stops grazing, looks right at you, or starts moving away, you are already way too close. When you see that happen, just stop and back away slowly. Stewardship is really an act of community care, which directly ties back into tactical wellness. Desert ground recovers painfully slowly, making it so important to stick to established trails and pack out everything, even the tiniest micro-trash like plastic granola bar wrappers. And with the extreme wildfire risks out there, checking BLM and Forest Service biorestrictions is completely mandatory. If it's dry or windy, skip the campfire and use a camp stove instead. Preventing extreme wildfires and protecting the ground ensures these wild spaces remain safe, welcoming sanctuaries for all of us, including our queer and alternative families who rely on these places to recharge. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to challenge you with a deeply important question. Are you just a visitor or a conscious participant in the wild? When you treat preparedness as a true form of deep self-care, you move through the world entirely differently. You aren't just passing through, you're actively participating. By leaning into these systems, you ensure your time out in the Sierra or the Nevada desert is restorative, safe, and profoundly authentic. So dial in your kit, check your fluids, and get ready to breathe deep. See you out there.